Thanks for stopping into today's NFL pick video play for Monday Night Football, November 13th, 2017. To get all of our plays every day, you can check those out over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. So heading into this matchup, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers coming to this one on their home field as about 9-point favorites, and certainly expects to be more of a defensive battle, lower scoring game, which is why the over-under is just at about 38 to 39 points, which is a pretty low over-under number to be had. But both of these teams trying to make a push towards the postseason. Both have had respectable showings up to this point in the year. The Dolphins at 4-4 overall, while the Carolina Panthers sit at 6-3. So the Dolphins getting quite a few points here in what's likely to be a defensive battle. That gives the points even more value than they would otherwise have if this was a higher scoring game with the Dolphins. Some people are losing confidence in them given the fact that they've gone on to lose back-to-back games against the Ravens and the Raiders. But prior to that, this group had been on a 3-game winning streak, picking up some really solid results in their wins against the Titans, Falcons, and Jets before getting blown out on the road by the Ravens. And then their very competitive loss last week against the Oakland Raiders at home in what was a very competitive matchup. But the Dolphins on the year right now, one of the worst offensive teams, certainly, in all the NFL, ranking 32nd in the league in scoring average, putting up about 14.5 points per game. Their defense has been very good, ranking about league average, but you also have to consider the fact that this defense has been put in a lot of bad situations because of the ineffectiveness that the offense has had at times this year. So they rank 16th in the league in total team defense, giving up 22.4 points per game. And that's still a very respectable number considering that this offense ranks dead last in the league in scoring, 29th in passing, and 30th in rushing. But Jay Cutler has actually been a pretty good addition here for the Dolphins, doing a lot more than what many expected when he came in. And he's kind of silencing some of those critics, showing that he can still get the job done. And Cutler, he's a guy that can certainly manage the game and potentially keep the Dolphins in a situation where they're still going to be competitive down the stretch enough to maybe sneak into the back end of the playoff picture in the AFC. So they're going into a road atmosphere today in Carolina, where the Panthers, they've been picking up some momentum. They've gone on to win back-to-back games in their division against the Tampa Bay Bucks and in their last outing against the Atlanta Falcons. But it's not like the Panthers have been blowing out teams. Even though they are 6-3 overall, a lot of their games have been very, very competitive. And their plus-minus, for instance, on the year is just +1 point, which means that they're scoring about as many points as they're giving up defensively. And for a team that's 6-3 overall means that the Panthers have been doing a pretty good job of coming through in some of these closer games. But they rank 24th in the NFL in scoring average at about 18.7 points per game, and they're 4th in the NFL in total team defense, giving up about 17.7 points per game. So both of these teams' defenses are better than their offensive units, and as a result, this is probably going to be a lower scoring game, much to the vein that we saw of the Panthers' last outing, that 20-17 win at home against the Falcons. Wouldn't be surprised to see a similar result today. The Panthers obviously trading away Calvin Benjamin. That takes away a deep threat and a guy that can go up and get the ball, but the Panthers, they're still very dangerous in the pass game with Cam Newton, and also they have a very solid run game when they're able to get things going, not just with their backs, but with Newton on the ground to kind of create more opportunities for him in the pass game as well. But we do expect this to be a lower scoring game, probably somewhere in the teens. And with that being the case, the Dolphins probably only need to score about 10 to 14 points, somewhere in that range, to have a really good shot at covering a spread of this magnitude. So as a result, we're going to go ahead and side with the road team today, taking the Miami Dolphins, getting all those points as our NFL pick video play. And again, guys, to get all of our picks every day across all major American sports, you can check those out over at stumpthespread.com. Linked down in the video description. Be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.